what's up? It's Allison and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and like this video today if you enjoy it. Today we are going to be doing my September wrap up, which I read more books than I thought, but I didn't read as many as I have before. I read a super chunky book this month, which I thought was going to take up literally the whole month, and I still managed to get 3 books read after it, so pretty proud of myself. I have a wide range of books this time, not just romance, and we've got a couple like more fallish spooky books in here, so we are going to get to those right now. The first book that I read this month was Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie, and I gave this book a 4.75. I have heard such good things about this series. This follows Lo and Lily. So Lauren and Lily, Lo is the alcoholic and Lily is a sex addict, and basically they've been keeping up like this fake relationship to hide their habits from everybody else, but basically be able to indulge in their habits together. I gave this book a 4.75 because I did like the characters and the development throughout the book, and I love Lily and Lo, and I think that they're super cute. But I didn't give this one a 5 just because it wasn't that 5-star feel, but also I heard that this series gets super good the further you go on, so I'm kind of just leaving that little bit of room to grow. So I will definitely be giving this series a go. I think the next book's Ricochet, and I'm really excited to read that one, so I finally picked this up and it was a 4.75. And then the next book we have is oh, it's got a little bend in it, which I do not love, is Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. This is one of those more thriller, kind of creepy vibes, just in time for Halloween, which is coming up. And I did read The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager, and I think I gave it like a close to 5 stars, but now that I look back on it, I would probably give that book a 5 stars. But unfortunately, this book was the lowest book that I rated a book this month, which was 4. It's still not bad, obviously. This is about a woman named Jules, and basically she is running out of money, so she takes up this offer that was in the paper to be kind of like an apartment sitter, a temporary tenant for an apartment, while they find a more full-time fill-in. And she's basically getting paid to live in this apartment, which is already kind of sketchy. But it basically just talks about how some weird sounds, and then one of the other tenants goes missing, and she's just trying to figure this whole thing out. There's a lot of weird things going on, and it's kind of what's gonna happen next, what is she gonna figure out. But I just thought this book was kind of slow and boring, honestly. Obviously it was good enough for a 4-star, but it was just not giving me the major thriller vibes. So still a good book, and I'm definitely gonna read more by Riley. I'm not sure if it's a girl or a boy. I think it's a girl. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely gonna read more of hers, and I know that she has a lot that have been published, so this is not the last time you were going to hear me talk about her. This is the book that the chunkiest book that I've read so far, and it is my favorite book that I've ever read. If I could make a whole video dedicated to this book, I literally would, and that is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This book is 623 pages, maybe more than that even, I'm not very sure. But this is the second installment in the Court of Thorns and Roses series, and I gave A Court of Thorns and Roses 5 stars, but that book cannot even hold a candle. Hold a candle? Is that an expression, or am I just making stuff up? Anyways, that book can't even compare to this one. Honestly, I gave this book a 6 stars, which isn't really even possible, but like that is just how much I liked it, and I've never given a book 6 stars. This follows, I guess I won't give away too much, but it follows Feyre and somebody else. I'm not really going to say exactly what it's about just because it is the second installment. You're just going to have to read to find out. But honestly, this big book really scared me to read just because I knew it was going to take so much time. But I was thoroughly invested in the plot. I loved the found family dynamic. I love every single character in this book. Well, all the main characters at least, except for like one. But I loved how the book left off. They left off for a great pickup for the third book. And I literally can imagine this book so well in my mind. Like, she does a great job of giving the vibe of the towns and stuff and the vibe of the people. Like, I can literally picture everything as clear as day. So I just love Feyre and I love Rise. I literally love them. They're probably two of my favorite characters. And I'm so excited to read the next one. I literally have it on my shelf right now, but it is longer than this one. So we'll see what happens. But literally everybody says that this is the best in the series. And I can see why. It's so good. It is so good. It's my favorite book ever. So give this series a go. And then the next book that I read was The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the third and last book in the Inheritance Game series, and it just came out at the end of August. And I gave the other two books 5 stars, and I gave this one a 4.75. And honestly, the only reason that I gave it a 4.75 was because I felt like the books were kind of getting a little bit repetitive with the mysteries and the aspects, but basically this is just ending. It's like the last little riddle that she gets to solve, last puzzle. And I'm not going to say a lot about it because this is literally the last book in the series, but it wrapped up nicely. She picked who I wanted, which might be an unpopular opinion, but yeah, I mean, it was a good book and I read it pretty fast. These books are super easy to read. They're YA fantasy, or YA mystery, I meant. Okay, anyways. And so yeah, I finished that series and it was a good little series to read, and there's not much else to say about that. If you haven't read the series, go check it out. And then I read Carrie, Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I've read 2 other Taylor Jenkins Reid books, and I think this might be my favorite, tied with another one. Carrie Soto has got to be like one of my favorite characters. And I know I literally just said that about another book, but just how like passionate she is, and you know, she can be a little bit of a, you know what, but she develops throughout the book and figures out what really like means something to her, I guess. This is basically about Carrie Soto, obviously. She's a tennis player, and it talks about her past and how she got into tennis and how her father kind of helped her get into tennis, and she always wanted to be the best tennis player in the world. And she won all of these Grand Slam titles. She held the record for most Grand Slams won, and she basically made it to be the best until another girl who is in the now has taken away her record. So she is coming back out of retirement to reclaim her record, and you would think that it would be boring, I guess, and even if you don't know a lot about tennis, I feel like this was still such a good read. And it's kind of the same as Taylor Jenkins Reid, Taylor's other books, but it talks about the different timelines. So it'll talk about when she first started her career, and then how she went to retirement, and then it comes to the now perspective where she is really trying to beat this new girl. The passion in this book for the game, the character growth and the character development throughout it. I just think one of the main reasons that I really enjoyed this book was because she was just such a good character to me. And I really can't pinpoint why. I just feel like you could feel the passion in the story, and you could feel how much she wanted this. And I really, really enjoyed it. And I was surprised that it was going to be a 5-star read for me. I was surprised that was 5 stars for me, but you really need to check this one out. And plus the cover's beautiful. And then the last book that I finished up the month with, which I just finished yesterday, was Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. And this is a little kind of mystery thriller novel. I saw Sarah Caroli really rave over these books, and that she was like a super, super good author. And so I decided that I was going to pick this one up that she rated really highly. This is about a married couple, Amelia and, literally just read it yesterday and I don't know his name, Adam. And they are having some hard times in their marriage, so they decide to go on a little getaway to Scotland, and things just start really getting weird. And that's really all I'm going to say about it, because you really have to go in blindly with this book. And I had no idea what was going to happen. And I definitely did not guess what was going to happen in this story. I gave it a 4.75 just because it was so close to a 5-star for me, but it just wasn't there. And I can't really tell you why, but it is definitely worth the read, and it's perfect for the fall time and little spooky vibes. I stayed up till literally 2 o'clock in the morning reading it. So, yes, very good. That is all I have for you guys. I know that wasn't that many books. Hopefully I read more next month, but I also have A Court of Wings and Ruin to read, which is literally 700 pages or more. So we will see if I get any more in than that next month. And I also have a fall recommendations video coming up that I will probably film tomorrow and get out as soon as possible, so be on the lookout for that. And if you guys enjoyed this video, as always, please leave some love, leave some likes, and comment what you guys are excited to read this October. So I will see you guys in the next video, and